Call this meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. This is the Board of Commissioners meeting, March 16, 2021. It's just past 10 o'clock. We go right into consent agenda. Melanie?
Approval of payroll, March 5th, 2021. Approval of claims, February 25th, March 4th, and March 11th, 2021. Approval of minutes, February 23rd, 2021. Weights and measures monthly report for January 16th to February 15th, 2021 filed. Treasurer's monthly report for February 28th, 2021 filed.
Thank you, Melanie. That's the consent agenda. We'll move it to the floor.
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Second. We have a motion and a second for the consent agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have an announcement to make here, starting the meeting here. We have appointment of Terry Wiltich to the Porter County Board of Health due to the resignation of Elizabeth Forbes. Ms. Forbes has relocated outside of Porter County. We'll have the Health Board come in front of us here. Hi, David. Good morning.
As Commissioner Gold indicated, we have a vacancy due to Kathy Forbes relocating outside of the area. Terry has graciously indicated a willingness to come on board. We're really excited about that. She brings all sorts of expertise in the medical delivery area. She's a longtime resident of Porter County. Terry, tell me a little bit about how long you lived in Porter County and what you do.
I've been in Porter County most of my life. I grew up in Portage. I went to Purdue Calumet for my nursing degree, and then I began my career of being a nurse for the last 40 years at Porter Hospital. I've been in the emergency department. I've been on our district task forces, dedicated my entire career really to service of the community.
Thank you.
This will be an interim appointment until the end of the term that she's filling, which would be the end of this calendar year.
Oh, okay.
And then there'll be another cycle.
Okay.
And with me as well, who didn't come up, is our chairman, Martin.
Hi, Martin. Okay, any questions or comments from the board?
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for the appointment of Terry Wiltich to the Porter County Board of Health due to a resignation of Elizabeth Forbes. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Hit the ground running.
have you. Yeah.
Hit the ground running.
Thank you.
Yep.
We can do this one real quick. He's got to get to court.
Oh.
He showed up to do this stuff.
Okay, we're going to jump through the agenda here. We're going to move down to commissioners. Number one, we have an appointment to Board of Directors for the Damon Run Conservancy District. Sorry, sorry, Bill. We're going to try to get you up and out of here. I know you have another appointment.
Thank you very much.
And this is an appointment by Kurt Steffens to fill the vacancy. I guess I saw Bill a week or two ago, and they were trying to fill a board position that we were to appoint. And so here we are today. So go ahead, Bill.
Yes, and the district's board is supposed to consist of 5 members, and we only have 4 at this time. And Mr. Steffens thankfully volunteered to fill the final seat. His will be an interim board position until our next annual meeting in February. And by Indiana law, the Board of Commissioners has the authority to approve the appointment, and that's what the petition is requesting of you today.
Does Kurt live within the district?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for the appointment of Kurt Steffens to fill a vacancy on the Board of Directors of the Damon Run Conservancy District. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill. Take care.
Next, we're going to go back to the original agenda here under new business. This is a proposal for Schmidt Associates for the preparation of an Alta NSPS land title survey and topographic survey for the Memorial Opera House. Is this different than?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just a survey that we're going to be taking of the grounds over there in the area, just directly around the area of the Memorial Opera House. So, any comments or questions of the board?
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for a survey and topographic survey contract proposal from Schmidt Associates for the Memorial Opera House. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Did we put the other one?
And then that's the new 3D scan. That's the one we have.
Oh, so we're going to do it in that order?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, next up, under Commissioners, we have an ordinance establishing a fund for deposit of proceeds from a soil and water conservation grant to the Porter County Parks Department. This is a first reading. Good morning.
Good morning. As you've done in the past, when the Park Department, through Walter's efforts, secures a grant pursuant to the State Board of Account requirements and our auditor's concurrence in that, we have to keep this money separate, the grant money, and we do that by asking you to create an ordinance that creates the fund into which this money will go. Walter, why don't you tell them real quickly what the money is for?
Yep, this is funding for restoration at Hawk Ridge County Park up in Pine Township, restoring about 20 acres of former agricultural fields.
And just to be clear for the audience is that the money's still managed by the county council when you get to the point that you have to appropriate for whatever use.
Yeah, Jim, this is effectively, you're creating the depository into which the money will go.
Right.
For the money to come out, it does take county council.
Right.
And I did prepare a proposed ordinance, a format that we've used for others ones of these. I think, Kathy, do they have one of these?
Yeah, it's in the packet.
Okay, great. And this is first reading, as Commissioner Good.
Okay, any other questions or comments? We're going to pause the Commissioners' meeting, open a public hearing. We're going to give 3 opportunities for someone to come forward to speak in favor and 3 opportunities to someone to come forward to speak against. First call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against the establishment of this ordinance. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this ordinance. Third call, anybody wishing to come forward and speak against this ordinance. First call, anybody wishing to speak in favor of this ordinance. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this ordinance. Third and final call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this ordinance. With that, the public hearing's closed, and we'll now open it up to the floor for the Commissioners to take action on first reading.
Motion to approve the ordinance establishing a fund for deposit of proceeds from a soil and water conservation grant to the Porter County Park Department on first reading.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. See you
Thank
back
you.
here on April 6th.
We'll be back.
Have a great day. Next up is Precision Point. This is a 3D scanning for the Memorial Opera House in the amount of $5,190. What we're going to be doing here, as you saw earlier in the meeting, we also approved a contract for us to do a land survey and a topo survey for the Memorial Opera House as well. This contract too, this is a 3D scanning. What they will do is go inside the building, and they'll be able to 3D scan to get precise measurements. Usually in historical buildings and things like that, you really can't measure. So this will come in and give a 3D, and it's sort of a new inventive way of going in and trying to assess what you have inside the building without a lot of measuring, tape measuring, and you can catch a lot of crooks and crannies too by scanning and surveying 3D wise. So we think this is something that we feel is something that needs to be done in order to start moving towards the renovation, possible renovation of the project. So what we're doing now is we're in the phases of gathering information and data, and that's what we're moving towards today. So any comments or questions from the board?
That, I am familiar with that scanning. It's pretty cool. It's really developed for a particular situation or a building like the Memorial Opera House,
Yep.
who has so many nooks and crannies and almost impossible to measure by hand.
Yep.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and second for Precision Point. There were 3 quotes. Just to let you know, there were 2 quotes that we got in, not 3. There were 2. The one was from Netterveld at $5,600, and Precision Point was $5,190, so they're the low quote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next up, we're going to go, we have, some of you that were in our meetings last year, we have some house cleaning on North County Annex. These are pay apps, because we've been working through some of the final parts of the building up there. First is Zilkowski Construction. This is pay app 21. This is in the amount of $29,560 for material and labor. They have a remaining balance of $164,567.90. And I think we should probably do these all separate, I would imagine, huh?
They're all pay apps, you can do them together.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do all 4 together?
Mm-hmm.
So we have Zilkowski pay app 22, which is the $164,000, so they're putting in for their final payment, retainage. Pangier Corp., pay app 17 in the amount of $50,632.15, and they have a remaining balance of $101,387.01. And then Midwest Tile Interiors pay app 10 in the amount of $20,330, and they have a remaining balance of $17,374.75. Those are the 4 pay apps for North County Annex building.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the pay apps as listed on the agenda on the North County Annex. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. We have a couple pay apps on 157 Franklin. Both are from Continental. It's pay app 16 and pay app 17. The amounts, pay app 16 is for $32,0197, and the amount for pay app 17 is $25,199.57. We can, I'll throw it to the floor for action.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and second for 2 pay apps to Continental Electric for 157 Franklin Street. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Soil Water Conservation District. This is an ordinance establishing a non-reverting local control fund for the receipt of funds for the Porter County Soil and Water Conservation District. This is second reading, so throw it to the floor for action.
Motion to approve the ordinance establishing a non-reverting local control fund for the receipt of funds for Porter County Soil and Water Conservation District on second reading.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Cindy Dykes, coroner, not corridor, coroner. Been working on some corridors, but, morning, Cindy.
Morning.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, first up, we have an MOU between HealthLink and the Porter County Coroner pertaining to Indiana State Opioid Response, which includes 2 mobile response teams and funding for the Porter County Opioid Fatality Review Team. So what's this all about? I just read it all, huh?
I brought Christy with me. She's one of my deputies, and she'll be at all of these meetings and representing the coroner's office, so I'll let her
Okay.
explain.
The Indiana State Department of Health reached out to the coroner's office
during a meeting I was in and asked if I would be willing to participate in the Opioid Fatality Review Team, where they're reviewing our cases throughout the year and reviewing where our gaps are in our community. So HealthLink, Porter Stark, and other community organizations are also in on the meetings as well. And with that, there's a payment to our office for participating in this
Okay.
by HealthLink.
Oh, so then that's why we're setting up the fund then, too.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Any questions or comments from the board?
Do we need to vote on that?
Yeah, this is an MOU, so.
Motion to approve the MOU between HealthLink and the Porter County Coroner.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for a memorandum of understanding between HealthLink and Porter County Coroner's Office pertaining to the Indiana State Opioid Response Team. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next up, we have an ordinance that we're going to create for local control grant from the Indiana State Opioid Response Teams to the Porter County Coroner's Porter County Opioid Fatality Review Team received from HealthLink. So what we're going to do again is we're going to create this fund. We're going to pause the commissioners' meeting, open up a public hearing, 3 for, 3 against, and then we'll close the public hearing. First call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against establishing this fund. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against establishing this fund. Third and final call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this fund. First call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this fund. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this fund. And third and final call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this fund. Public hearing is now closed. We'll throw it to the board for action.
Motion to approve on first reading.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for an ordinance establishing a local control grant on first reading for the coroner's office. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank
Will
you.
be second reading April
April
6th.
6th?
Yep.
All right,
Have
thank
a
you.
great day.
You too.
Up next is Eric Serrano from our IT department. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning.
Looks like we have, what's this for?
There's a new garage on 700 North, and they need internet service so that we can give them connectivity back to our facilities here.
Okay, and that's Comcast?
Correct.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for a service order to provide internet service at the new county highway garage on 700 North in South Haven. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Thanks, Eric. Lori Daly, Expo Center.
You skipped the Opera House.
Oh, sorry, Scott. Jeez. Well, you can both come up together, right?
Support.
Yeah, this is a support system, voice systems. Hi, Scott, what you got?
This is our accounting software, Voice, that we enter in everything that we put into LAO, so it's public record. It's just a yearly agreement to pay for the software.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions, comments?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for voice systems for the Memorial Opera. This is a maintenance agreement for our accounting system in the amount of $1,000. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Expo Center. What you got, Lori?
We'll go number 2 first, if that's okay, because that's voice, which
Oh,
is what
yeah.
Scott just
On the
did.
second page, third
Mine's a
page.
little more expensive because we have more users.
Yeah. So that's for voice systems as well.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for voice systems for the Expo Center in the amount of $2,100 and $2,140. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Now we'll go back to the one up in the front there.
So what we have here is a MOU with the Ag Society, the digital sign on 49, is broke. You go by, it says January 1st. I can't control it. I have no control of it at all. So in a conversation with...
I thought it was your birthday.
He went out, very nice, on his own, and got 4 bids to update the sign. And it's just mainly the digital portion, so the guts will stay, we'll paint the poles, but, and the MOU is with them. We're going to split it 50/50, which we paid $80,000 for it in 2007, I do believe. And we'll just reimburse them for half, and the MOU states what we would pay them every quarter. I requested every quarter.
No, this will be a bigger sign, right?
It is, instead of 3 by 9.5, it'll be 4 by 9.5, the actual digital part of it. We'll still leave the, we rent out those 4 spaces for advertising, those will stay, so the sign is a little bit bigger. And the pixels went from 19 to 6, 8.
That's what'll make it seem so much bigger than what it
Yeah.
was, just
Yeah.
because of the megapixels and everything, yep.
Will it stand any taller?
It will not,
No?
no. And I talked to Bob, and he knows all about it. I gotta go get my permit, and, he didn't seem to have an issue with it, so we'll see once I do the permit, but, yeah. So it was very nice of them to...
Oh, I think it's
split it with
awesome.
us.
I think what that's gonna create in that corner is gonna be
Yeah.
very visually appealing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm excited.
We have to have it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have to have it.
So the radios on the actual sign itself are outdated, and I can't get new
Yeah.
parts, so we had to do something.
Yeah.
So this is what we came
I think it's timely and appropriate.
Good partnership.
Yep,
Yeah.
great partnership.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for an MOU between the Porter County Board of Commissioners and the Porter County Ag Society regarding the LED billboard at the Porter County Expo Center and Fairgrounds. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, David. Next up, Ray Cloyd, Superman.
Good morning, Commissioners.
That's what we call you, Ray.
Right.
He's doing all this, so, what do you got for us, Ray?
All right, I'm proposing a new sound system for the Commissioners' chambers here.
Yep.
New technology, be able to do live feed, expand our camera system if we need to, for if we have another coronavirus update, outbreak or anything like that, and also space you guys out.
Yep. So basically, we're updating all everything in here, and it'll also allow us to stream and do other things that we weren't able to do because we were limited technology-wise. So
Right.
I think this is
Timely.
it's timely and it's the right thing to do. So
Well, it's the original system in the building.
yeah,
We come in here in '93, so it's time.
Yeah, right. We need to keep up with the technology. Yeah.
and we should have a higher quality of picture, higher quality audio,
Yes.
which I know is one of the things that I've been concerned about, because the audio was pretty spotty
It's
sometimes.
hit or miss, yeah.
Yeah,
you
it's hit
never
or
know.
miss. So we're just trying to strengthen all that. So I think this is, and you were involved with Stretch
Yes.
from MOH, and so we got the gurus on it.
Right, right.
So, good.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Sounds Cool Live Audio, LLC.
Can we do karaoke?
Yeah. That's in the public comment section, you know, you got 3, 4, and 3 against, you get to come up, do a little...
Make sure I get that, yeah, I don't want to miss that one.
Yeah. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries.
All right, then we're proposing the maintenance contract for the generators. We're proposing a 5-year contract for the admin center, Chester and Highway. The EMA, Hebron Highway Department has 2 locations, JDC, which is juvenile detention, and the sheriff, and then the Valpo 911 tower.
So we finally got them all under one contract.
Right.
I know it took a while, and it was a lot of work, so good news.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Lionheart. This is a proposal to provide generator services to the following Porter County government buildings in the amount of $12,120 from 21 through 25. It's a 4-year contract. The buildings are noted on the agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
Next up, Highway, Rich Sexton. We have a request for an additional appropriation, Fund 1176, in the amount of $35,000 to account 1130 overtime. I think we all know what this is for, for the overtime for snowfall, where it started snowing and never stopped for 3 weeks. So the average cost in just overtime for one weekend was around $13,000. So that'll give you an idea, what we're sort of up against on a daily basis. So for overtime. Any comments or questions of Rich? Good morning, Rich. By the way.
Good morning.
Just to your guys, I received, and I would assume the other two have as well, a lot of compliments from residents how well you guys did during that time.
Yeah, they did a really great job considering the amount of snow we got as fast as we got it, so.
We appreciate it.
And it always comes on weekends.
Yeah, it never fails.
No rest for 48 hours.
Mother Nature calls me on Friday at 6, and she's like, "You guys ready?" And we're all ready. Yeah, we're ready. Let's go.
And then four days later, we got done.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then, yeah.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and second for a request for an additional appropriation, Fund 1176 to 1130 overtime in the amount of $35,000 to Highway. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
I'd also like to say too, Rich, I think the thing that you, Jim, and us sitting down and talking about the cross laws and how we took a different bite of the apple this year than what we normally do, I think it worked out real well, and
I got a lot of compliments.
a lot of compliments there too.
Yeah, it worked out really well for us, and
Who would have thunk?
looking forward to next year, actually, for once, for the frost law, we actually look forward to doing
Yeah, exactly.
every year.
Yeah.
Thank you for the help on that as well.
Yep, thanks, Rich. Bob Thompson, the guy with the permits. Morning, Bob.
Morning.
Okay, so we have some awarding of some bids here for the CCMG 2020-2 CCM Community Crossing Grant paving work down on the Fowler Road. This is Meridian, 900 North to 1050 North. You can see them up here on the agenda, or on the agenda. So did I think we opened the bids at the last meeting, and now we're going to award.
Correct.
So what was the staff's recommendation?
Staff's recommendation is to award Reith Riley Construction the contract for $884,136.72. I do want to point out at the last meeting, you did read off their sealed bid at $883,905.72. So Matt and Chris found about a $200 error in there and corrected it, but it's still lower.
It's still low, yeah, I remember, I think, yeah. So what was the contract again? 884-136.72?
Correct.
Okay.
It's a lot of blacktop here.
It is.
It's going to make a big difference. Need a motion, Mr. President?
Yes.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Reith Riley in the amount of $884,136.72. That's for our Community Crossing Grant award for the state of Indiana, INDOT. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Bob, these are second readings. This is the Zona Park property rezone. This is second reading. Throw it to the floor.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Zona Park property rezone. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. We're done with that one. Good luck, Walter. I think it's a great project, and I think, yep. So thank you. Ordinance to rezone the southwest corner. Okay, so coming up next, these are second readings. Both of these are regarding the property at US 30 and 150 West. The petitioner is the Marshall family, and so we have two separate pieces, and we have two separate second readings. So I'll put the first one up on the board. This is Amendment R1. First piece, I don't see, well, one's on 150 and one's on 30, right?
This first one you got up here is in the southwest corner of US Highway and 150 West.
Southwest.
The second one is US 30 and Moreland Drive.
Motion to approve the rezone of the southwest corner of US 30 and 150 West from R1 to CM on second reading.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. Next up is in same area, property.
Motion to approve the rezone of the southwest corner of US 30 and Moreland Drive from R1 to CM.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. And what do we got up next here? We have an amendment to a license agreement. Bob?
Yes, this is with NIPSCO and the Board of Commissioners for the jogging, hiking trail, Calumet Trail. What we were here a few months back for the amendment where we were actually moving the trail north into the State Road 49 bridge where they were going to take down the slope wall, put up a bearing wall, and then run the trail behind a pier. Well, NIPSCO Utilities kind of stopped that thought, so now what they're doing is they're going to keep the trail in the original position that it is in. They're still going to pave it, but what they're going to do is they're going to put a barrier wall between the trail and the double track, and then also put a fence to separate the pedestrians from the double track project.
Bob, is NIPSCO doing that, or is NICD doing that? I think that's...
NICD's going to be doing the work as
Right.
far as they're going to be paving that section underneath the State Road 49 and then redoing it to get into the train station because they're going to be moving the crossing that you see there closer to the platforms on that. So they're going to be putting up the barrier wall, the fence, paving that area under 49, and then getting it to their new route into the train station.
So hikers and bikers can use the trail when all this construction's going on?
When that goes on, I would say no.
Okay.
They're probably going to close the trail to get the wall up the fence.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty
tight area there.
Yes. I don't know what NIPSCO is going to do during the double track project. I'm hoping they keep the trail open, and I'm hoping that the existing trail does not become the construction road for the double track project. I don't know
We'll
yet.
see. I'm sure they'll work it out for the best
Yeah.
of everybody.
Normally in the past, with the platforms, NIPSCO has not allowed them,
Right.
so, but we'll see.
We'll see. I just noticed all this blacktopping we're doing is along bike trails along our county roads, so they'll have someplace else they can go.
Oh, boy. All right, we have an amendment.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for an amendment to a license agreement between NIPSCO and the Porter County Board of Commissioners for jogging, hiking, and bicycle trail. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. One thing before we leave that, we got, one more for you, Bob. Probably in April at some time, we'll be doing a presentation here in our chambers, and we're going to be presenting, I think, with the National Park Service on what we're going to be, our new thoughts and ideas for the new Calumet Trail that we've been working on for the last 6-7 months. So hopefully here in one of our meetings in April, we'll be doing a full-on presentation on what our plans are for the completion of that trail. Since the national park has been designated as a national park, over the last year and a half, we've been having meetings with the National Park Service and trying to sort of reinvent a different way of going about the trail rather than just going down a NIPSCO easement. So we think we have some really cool things to show folks, and so stay tuned to our meeting agendas over the next April. It's going to be one of those meetings. We are not quite sure yet, but it's going to be one of those meetings. Or did you have a date?
I do have a date.
Oh, well, then let's give it.
I have it set up with National Parks to be here on April 6th.
April 6th. So at April 6th, our next meeting, we will have a presentation with our department and the National Park Service, and we're going to sort of open up and show Porter County and the folks surrounding here what we've been working on for our 9-mile trail up there and how it's going to interface with the Dune Station and all the different things that go along with that. So we're excited. I think people are going to be really...
And due to the popularity of that trail and the suspected popularity of this particular project, because it's really going to enhance if we move forward the way it's going to be planned out, is Kurt, we'll get everything on our site so people who can't, shut-ins and can't make it to our meeting, get everything on our website so they can see it as to what we're proposing.
Sure. We'll actually have a video, too.
Yeah, we can get all that on there, can't we?
Yeah. Well, the video's a little long. It's GoPro.
We're trying to do as the crow flies kind of thing, so it really gives you a real interactive...
You don't mind me, my shadow going...
It's a little shaky, right, Bob? But no, we're excited. I know we're excited. We've been working on this quietly and trying to work through using some existing funds that were already there, federal funds, and we've got that captured now. And I think we have a great story to tell, and I think the residents of the county are going to be really pleased. And
it's part of a bigger system.
Yeah, exactly. Not too many times do you get to sit down and work with the National Park System collaborate on a project. That's pretty cool. And I also think because of the NICD and all the money and the interest that is being shown to our North Lake Shore with our transportation stuff coming on, I think it's all sort of coming up to a nice peak here, and I think that by the time the next 2 to 3 years this whole thing is done, I think we're really going to have something here that is going to catch a lot of people's attention. So we're excited about that. Not only people from the outside, but this is really for the people that live here too as well, because it's going to be it's a 9-mile trail that will connect you into Michigan City, and they're going west, so it gives you a lot of connectivity to do a lot of different things. So, and with the train and all the improvements that are being done in Michigan City, you can bike out to Michigan City, or you can get on the train at Michigan City and take it back to Chicago. Once you bike one way, there's a lot of flexibility that you can do, so we're excited about that. So looking forward to that at our next meeting, so stay tuned. Next up, we have USI Consultants. This is a construction engineering agreement for Bridge 168. This is Brummett Road over the Little Cow River, and this is not to exceed $218,000.
Correct. This is construction engineering services. The bridge is set to be let by NDOT after the first of this year. We're just getting all of the agreements in place going forward on this. We're working on right-of-way and stuff, so we're waiting for this bridge to go.
When do you project the completion of this?
With the January letting, I'm assuming by the time they get through the awards of the contract, a contractor will probably be going April. And with this bridge, it'll be probably inconveniencing the school a little bit there. The goal probably would be to hopefully have the bridge done before school starts up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That would be a big detour.
Yeah. Especially since there's like 60 buses across that daily.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And this is a protected tributary?
It is
Well, it
the
has to be.
Salmonoids, so
Yeah,
that
has
is
to
going to be a concern too, because they're only allowed certain times in the stream. However, there is some waiver processes. We got one with Bridge 62 on the Kankakee. But there are certain times when DNR will say absolutely no work in the stream.
They're doing, aren't they doing canoeing? Isn't the town of Porter, don't they have a parks program where they rent canoes out?
Well, Shirley Hines has a canoe launch.
They have a
Kayak canoe launch
yeah,
right there.
on one of our...
Is that going to affect that at all?
We're working with Shirley Hines on that.
Okay.
As far as the design of the guardrail and getting access to that, we've also made wider shoulders on that particular bridge. Matter of fact, on one side, I think I have the guardrail that's even going up higher because a lot of bikers go up on it. Your standard guardrail that they have is not tall enough for a biker. They can hit it right over. So we went up a little bit higher because it's a very popular biking route, and we've also made much wider shoulders on this bridge.
That's really going to complement that area because, as everybody knows, it's just right down the street from their park. So there's a lot of pedestrian traffic that runs that goes over that bridge in the summer, especially.
And I'd like to point out, too, this is, again, a different approach in how we've approached our bridge program over the years. We just did one last fall with the town of Porter, to where we did the same thing, and we built, they had a trail, we built a trail onto the bridge. So as we go in and we start redoing these bridges, depending on where they're at, we're trying to go out and create a little more ground. I think we helped Porter get in a sewer easement, a future easement for sewer if they ever wanted to run it through. So we're really trying to be purposeful when we redo these bridges, because there's either a trail component, a utility component, and sometimes those things, when you do them, you have to go out and get some more ground. You have to go get some more right-of-way. So it takes a little bit more time, effort, money, and everything else. But again, if you get a 30, 40-year bite at an apple, you want to be able to do it right when you do it. And so it's all about looking forward and looking ahead. So, and I know this bridge will do the same thing. So.
Yeah, this is a big, compliments to your department and Scott as well, negotiations with the town of Porter to get that done.
Yep.
It's encouraging to see it on the list today.
Okay, need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for USI Consultants for bridge engineering contract for Bridge 168. That's Brummett Road over the Little Cow River. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Yep. Next up, Extra Mile Fitness Company, Allie Brown. Come on up. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Did you get my money when I signed up for that?
Well, we do things properly. We have to get it approved first.
Yeah, go get his money after we approve it, though, because I want to see it.
I want to know why Kathy thought that was so funny.
Because she knows.
We encourage movement.
I would be right next to you.
You can walk. You can walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you got?
So we are looking to hold a race, a 5K and a half marathon on Sunday morning. It would be May 23rd. And the 5K will be completely enclosed in Coffee Creek, so we're good with that. We are just looking for approval to use some of the roads in Jackson Township. Specifically, we would be using 200, Tratibus, and then a small section of 400, which would be a turnaround point.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a
I can
motion.
see you out there.
All right.
We have a motion and
They
a
have a
second.
training program.
We
Do they?
do.
Yeah, I might want to look into that.
As a
There you
5K.
go. Okay, can we document that?
I said maybe.
All right, I tried. For the record. So we have a motion and a second for Extra Mile Fitness Company for a race, the Region Marathon, held on May 23rd, 2020, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., and you will be working with the Sheriff's Department.
Yep.
So the course, the map of the course is included. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries.
All right.
You're good to go.
Thanks much. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
I'm going to wear that T-shirt proudly.
Then we have another one, Valpo Events, Michelle Michaels. Good morning.
Hello.
This is for, what do you got? I'll let you
This
tell.
is our chocolate walk. We usually do this inside the retail and restaurant locations in May, but with some COVID precautions, we need to have people collect their chocolate outside. So we thought around the courthouse, we could have attendees go to different stations that will be spread out and collect their prepackaged chocolate, and then if they would like to go shop or dine downtown that day, they can.
I can see with this one.
Yeah, this is more me.
Yeah. I'll get you a ticket.
Motion to approve.
He's really asking for it.
Second.
Second, okay.
Yeah, we have a motion and a second for Valparaiso Events to use the courthouse grounds on May 1st from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the chocolate walk. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Have you had this in the
Pose
past?
same sign,
Sorry.
motion carries.
We have, but it's usually inside the store
Yeah.
location, so then the attendees go inside and get the chocolate, and then they can see, they usually shop.
I think this is going to be very popular.
This ticket sells out in under 5 minutes, so.
Like the wine fest, right?
Yeah.
Like the wine, or the, no, the food,
It'll be
the food fest. Better have the food ready.
It'll
It's
be
gonna be
our
busy.
first event in a first fundraiser in a year, so it's
Yeah,
exciting.
good luck. Get it rolling again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to address this board? And with that, this board stands in recess.